What is going on, YouTube, and welcome into my office. My name is Anthony Ferraro, and hopefully you've gotten to know me. In this video, if you can read the description, we are going to be discussing my fourth time in the iFly wind tunnel here in Tampa, Florida. It's been a lot of fun, and I am working on my back fly progression. I'm not picking up my back fly as quickly as I picked up my belly fly. Belly fly, 20 minutes, and we were dialed in. And my belly flying has gotten substantially better. I can carve around the wind tunnel now on my belly, which is really satisfying. Go up and down pretty quick, and you'll see that here in the first couple seconds with Xander as he's just making sure I haven't forgotten any of my skills before we start working on the back. So let's take a look here. Alright, so Zan's gonna hop in the tunnel here with me, fix his sleeves like he normally does, and probably throw up a gang sign or two. Yep. And that's just letting the tunnel operator know what wind speed he wants, or power percentage, really. And so I'm used to flying around 61 to 63%, and here he's got it cranked up to 66, 67. And so that just means there's more energy in the tunnel right now. So it's going to be a lot easier to fly up, but a little bit harder to fly down. You'll see him correcting me here with some air thrust, which means, yep, he wants me to arch my back a little bit, push my pelvis harder towards the ground so I fall faster. And the reason we are working on increasing the power or the wind speed in the tunnel is because he wants me to get used to what it would be like to jump out of a real airplane or skydive for real. And that power percentage is closer to 69, 70% at a wind speed of 120 miles an hour. So that's what we're doing here, working on the basics at higher wind speeds, and it's going pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the progress here. He's pretty happy with it. And so I said I would go over a couple intro questions that a lot of people have been asking me. And the first question is it expensive? The answer to that is yes, it is expensive. The first 10 minutes cost me $180, and that was with the Black Friday special that my wife had gotten me for Christmas. And then they do something that's kind of cool. After your first flight, if you want to come back and fly again, they offer you substantially discounted rates. So the second 10 minutes only cost me $140, and I bought 3 of those packs because you can only buy them so many times. Basically, once you're signed off on belly fly, you have to start booking block time, and that's $17.50 a minute. Other questions is there a weight limit? There is a weight limit. I believe it to be 300 pounds. Don't quote me on that. I've seen a couple people 240, 250, and even a 260 guy, but there was 2 instructors in there, I guess, once you get over 250 pound mark. So we're back at it here. Doing some side sliding, and then he'll restart my time. He was liking what I was doing. Didn't want me to lose focus. And here he's going to teach me how to put my feet down, which is kind of the first step to learning some transitions. So going from my belly over my feet to my back, this is kind of the first progression of it. And you really got to stay bent at the hips for this. That's one thing they're looking for. They call it being broken. If you stand up straight, they're not gonna let you progress any further. So you really got to keep your knees up close to your chest and your butt out, I guess, if you will. See, now he's already got me moving up to standing up straight, which wasn't that great. And you can just see the difference. I mean, I have not even an hour of flight time at this point to Xander's 100 hours or more. But we'll get there, we'll get there. I'm in a big rush if you can't tell. So that was my first time ever being on my back in the tunnel right there. He's standing on my feet to make sure I don't go anywhere. And again, the wind speed here I think is at 61%. I should say the wind tunnel power percent, not the wind speed. But it's a blast. He's just making sure that I can get up from my back. I know how to get up from my back and back onto my feet. So alrighty, so I think I come in here on my belly again. Zan's blowing some kisses. He just wants to really make sure that I can get from my stomach, I guess, onto my feet. Which is the first part of going belly over the feet to the back, which will be so rad once I can get that. But alright, looks like here we're gonna go down to my back again, staying broken at the waist, very important. And keeping my heels close to my butt as I go down. Here he's teaching me how to, get off the ground. And while he's holding my feet, it's actually not that hard. That was the first time I got off the ground ever. He really wants you to arch your back and keep your head back, which is not intuitive at all to what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to kind of be looking down so you can see where you're moving, not looking straight up at those scary ass vents in the top of the tunnel. So now we're at, I think that was 62% was that gang sign he just threw up. And we're pretty stable, but just not enough power percent right here. Once he cranks me up to about 65, 66, everything becomes so much easier, but also more dangerous. He wants to make sure I have the basics at a low wind speed before it gives me more power. And so we start working on it. Alright, so here he's got the wind speed cranked up a little bit more. Hopefully he shows the signs for it. But you can definitely tell how much more my suit is moving around. And I'm getting more comfortable going to my back already by myself without him stepping on my feet, which I thought was pretty cool. He's telling me to relax, and let's ride. So I was super stoked about that right there, just that being able to float on my back for a couple seconds at the end of this session. I still couldn't move wherever I wanted to go. But I was starting to get the hang of just hovering. It also helped that he gave me some extra wind speed. critiques here that he wants me to do is really push my head back and arch my back more. Head back and more arch in my back. Just cranked it up a little bit higher there. I think he said 64%. And that's where I'll leave you guys on this one. Moving into my 5th session. I've already looked at it. I've gotten substantially better. And at the end of this one, this is 40 total minutes of flight time. This flight here, for some reason, I was tired. It's the end of the session, and I just let things start getting away from me. And you can see in one of them, I come unbroken at the waist, and you can see it almost slams me face first into the glass. So that was a little sketchy. He's building my confidence right here. My confidence is coming up, so I'm like, oh, I'm getting this. And somewhere in here, I get a little crazy. I think this next one I go face first right into the glass. This one right here. I gotta stand up instead of staying bent at the waist. Oh no, not that one. It's better than that. Here too, you'll notice my right arm is like doing a dab, and that's what's causing me to move closer to him. That's why he has to keep pushing me off. Oh yeah, I'm tired. This is where things get a little interesting. Keep my head back, buddy. Oh, that could have been real bad. And there you saw him tell me, keep yourself bent. This flight was just like some kind of bonus. I don't even remember really doing it, but he was just working on the transition here. So belly to back, back to belly. That's eventually where they want you to be at the end of this. They also want you to be able to enter in and out on your back, and I do get that in my next session. But that's all for now. If you're working on your back fly, I hope this helped you out a little bit. Maybe you just wanted to watch some more content on it because you're as addicted as I am. It's a ton of fun. I am going to get the total hang of this. It's just taking some time. Thanks, guys.